Good evening, everyone. How all of you doing today? Happy Wednesday evening to all of you. And this is the mid of the week, and I strongly believe that you are progressing fantastically. I think 50% of your plans have already implemented, and you're progressing almost more than 50%, right? So that's what's actually that's planned for this week for you, right? So today, in the live talk, before I go into the live talk, many of you might be just finished your job and might be returning back to home, or some of you might be in the office and might be trying to, finish the last bit of your work so that you go peacefully at home. I just want to add 10-15 minutes of in your time so that you can listen me for today's topic. And from today, I'm changing the gear. So until yesterday, we were talking about the different mindsets part of our project managers who struggling in their offices and while doing the jobs. But today, I'm changing the gear, and I'm going in more deeper. The theme for the next 10 days I'm selecting is the blind spots, the leadership blind spots that nobody talks about with us, okay, in our career. And the purpose of this is I call as authority series 4. So if you remember, I started this live talk almost 35 days back, and I have to date we have completed three different series. Okay, so this is the fourth series going to start for next 10 days. We'll go for this, and in this series we're going to talk about the blind spots we have in our leadership journey. So the purpose is to expose those hidden behaviors of us, which are really causing our career growth, or blocking our growth. Okay, so that's the focus of this authority series number 4. Leadership blind spots is the theme. Now, before I go into the today's topic, I want to quickly introduce to all of you, those who are very, very new to me, first time listening to me. Hello, everyone. This is Tushar Chaudhary. I'm a leadership coach for project manager. Okay. And my focus always on the mid senior project managers who has more than 15 plus 20 plus years of experience. You are very good in your technical domain, subject matter expert, you call yourself. But now that same subject matter expertise, your technical domain is causing you to is not helping you to grow into leadership role. Okay, because the people around you and the organization where you're working, the people at the top, they're actually seeing you as a performer, seeing you as an operational person, not a strategic leader. Okay, and that's where I'm helping you guys to build, change that perception of the people who are you working with and grow into leadership roles in the organization. How? I have a system, I have an ecosystem to help you to build that ecosystem, and I call this as the influential leader system. So influence is the area where I work on you guys to build your influence in the organization, beyond the projects, and beyond in for the industry also. Okay, so that's me. That's how I help you guys to grow into influential leader. Okay, now today's topic. So before I go into today's topic, I want to ask you something very honestly. Tell me, how many of you feel like you are working very hard? I mean, working long hours, back to back meetings, or constant follow ups. Now, today also, some of you might be working really late today. Okay, and this session is for all of you. Yeah, you're working really hard, you're working long hours, you have your calendar is full of a lot of meetings, and there's a lot of follow-ups and reviews and checkings, but still your career is not growing the way you expected. And I want to share with you some uncomfortable truth, that actually you are not stuck because you are not working hard. You are stuck because you are not thinking strategically. And today I want to talk about this. Overworking instead of thinking strategically, because this is one of the biggest trap, or I would say blind spot, mid career project managers fall into, or they're carrying this blind spot. Okay, now let me share with you what I mean by overworking trap. Okay, See, in many organizations, being busy is seen as being valuable. If you are always occupied, people think that, yeah, he's very hardworking. But leadership does not reward your busyness; it rewards impact. Okay, I want you to read this book. The book name Essentialism, and the book author is Greg McKeown. McKeown. Greg explained in this book that successful people, they don't do more, they do less, but they do better. Okay, so working more hours does not increase your value. Doing the right work increases your value. Is that a bulb on moment for you? Type yes in the comment section. Okay, now I'll share with you one real life project example, workplace example from my project experiences. I had a project manager in my team, very hardworking, always busy, always available. He was managing everything, like for example, tracking the task and following up the team, then preparing the reports, dashboards, and you just ask. He's attending every meeting, but something was missing. He was always reacting, never thinking ahead. So in contrast, another project manager was doing something different. He spent time understanding project tasks, aligning stakeholders early in the project, and anticipating the risk and thinking about what are the consequences, what are the outcomes, what are the results. And interestingly, he worked only few hours, but he had more impact. So that was a big lesson for me, that overworking creates activity, but strategic thinking creates results. Okay, so what is that strategic thinking shift means? I mean, you need to shift from that task minded focus to strategic thinking shift. I'll share with you one other book that changed my thought process, and the book name is Playing to Win. Now this book explains that strategy is about making clear choices, not doing everything, but deciding what to focus on, what not to do, and where to invest energy. So if you're doing everything, you are not thinking strategical. You are just staying busy. Do you agree with me? Yeah, type yes in the comment section. Now the question is, why mid senior professionals and especially project managers, they get stuck? I would like to suggest you one more book to read. Is the book called as Seven Powers. Now the book author is Helmer. Helmer explained in the book that the real value comes from you positioning yourself uniquely, not just efforts. So in mid-career, many professionals become task focused, the process driven, the execution focused. But leadership requires you to think, you to take actions. To make decisions. You need to prioritize the things. You need to make people's life easy. That's where many people get stuck. So how to do this one? Can you move from this execution focused mindset to the strategic thinking mindset? And today, that's why I'm going to share with you three practical shifts. you know if you really want to move from overworking to strategic thinking, I want you to implement these three shifts, which I'm going to share with you. Shift number one, very simple. This is actually we talking for last many days. Is I want you to move from doing more to not choose doing less. Okay, doing more to choosing better. Okay, so ask yourself daily that what is the most important thing I should focus on today. Not everything needs your attention. So focus creates impact. That's the shift number one. See, doing less is also not really the right option, because you doing something less, but then still those things which you are doing are not really important for you to achieve something, you are not important for you, then again it's a big challenge, it's issue. So doing more to choosing better, which will, so ask this question: what is the most important thing I should focus on today that will give me the best results? Okay, best impact. Or you can use that 80-20 rule by Pareto analysis, right? Pareto's rule, that identify those 20% of activities or those works that will create 80% of impact that you're looking for. So focus creates impact. Now, the shift number two is, I want, most of us are very reactive mode, you get up in the morning and you face the life randomly. You have some to-do list, but in that to-do list, most of the list is actually is not adding any value in your day-to-day life. Okay, and you face the life on reaction mode. So I want you to move from that reactive work approach to proactive thinking approach. Don't just respond to emails and tasks. Spend some time thinking, you know what risks are coming, what decisions are needed for this for this project, and what can go wrong, you know what can be improved. So leaders think ahead, one step ahead at least. So shift from that reactive approach to proactive thinking. That's the shift number two. And the shift number three is again very straightforward. This is what many of us are doing. So those who are staying back late in the office today, I want to ask you this question straight away: are you doing something which is can be easily delegated to someone, and you can use your brain, you can use your energy for something better, which is more challenging for the company, for the project? Okay, what I'm trying here is that I want you to change your identity, shift your identity. So the shift number three I'm focusing here is, I want to tell you is that move from this, you getting task focus, or that identity of task identity, and getting consumed in doing that one. Then, you know I say wish you all the best, because that is not going to help you anyway. So I want you to move from that task identity to leadership identity. See, if you see yourself as a person who manages, and if you see yourself a person who enjoys doing that routine task and manages those tasks, you will stay busy. But if you see yourself as a person who, as a leader who drives outcomes, you will start thinking differently, and your behavior will change. Okay, so these are the three shifts I want you to implement straight away. Now we're very close to the topic now, this live talk, and I want to share one more powerful thought is that hard work is important. Okay, I respect that, but hard work alone will not take you to the leadership level. At some point you must shift from working in the project to thinking about project. Okay, so because leaders are not paid for efforts, they are paid for decisions and directions. Now, if this live talk which we have just you just have listened to me, if it has resonated with you, I want you to comment strategy in the comment section. And in case you are one of those with career project managers who are always under firefighting, who are always consumed by different types of tasks and activities, if you're getting consumed by the moment you get into the office, everything is jumping on you, and the even you don't get time to think about it. Let me tell you, there is something right there with you. The way you living your life, the way you are approaching to work life is also not right. I want you to have one-to-one with me. There is a link in the comment section, or you can go to my LinkedIn profile and book an appointment with me. Okay. Superb. So this is the let me sign off today now, and I'll come back again tomorrow with one more leadership insight. And again, this is for blind spots. So I want to clear those blind spots for you so that you can take better decisions for your career. Okay, you can organize your life. Okay. So with this note, I'm signing off today, and I'll see you tomorrow again. Implement all the learning what we have today. Join my webinar, which is happening on Sunday at 10 a.m. for Project Leadership Mastery. The link in the comment section. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself, and God bless you. Bye bye.